Hello all. In today's video, I am going to discuss about the RAG application. Before we start the coding, first of all, let's understand the flow of the RAG. In the RAG flow, we're gonna consist of two parts. One is the storing the data, and one more is question and answering. Okay, first of all, let's understand the storing the data. Just assume we do have some kind of documents related to the medicine field. Okay, all medicinal information is present inside this. Okay, now what the first step is, it is going to be chunked. Okay, chunking in the sense nothing but it will, the whole document will be divided into the chunks. Okay, chunk in the sense some set of sentences, this will be some set of sentences, this will be some set of sentences, this will be some set of sentences. Okay, after doing the chunking, then it will be converted to the embeddings. Embeddings in the sense nothing but they are numerical arrays. Okay, once again, embeddings in the sense nothing but they are numerical arrays. They are not just random new numbers, but they consist of the meaning of this chunk. Okay, they are going to capture the meaning of this chunk and they are going to store in that numerical array, that we can call it as vector arrays as well. Okay, now for this chunk we're gonna do the embedding, for this chunk we're gonna do the embedding, for this chunk we're gonna do the embedding, for all the chunks we're gonna do the embeddings. Then all those embeddings we are going to store in the vector database. Okay, we are going to store all the embeddings in the vector database. Now this part has been completed, storing the document data has been completed. Now coming to the second part where question and answering comes. Okay, now just assume there is a user who has asked a question. The question is, what is paracetamol? Okay, now this question will get converted to the embeddings. Okay, that means numerical arrays. Now what we're gonna do next, we're gonna do the semantic search. Okay, then over here what happens is it is going to provide ranked results. Ranked results in the sense nothing but as per to this question some relevant documents will be shared, that these documents we are going to pass to the LLM. So this LLM is going to deliver us the answer. So this is how whole RAG flow will work. Now let's start the coding. Okay, now earlier in the RAG flow what I have said is like over here we have taken some medicinal related document, but right now we are not taking that. What we are going to take is we are going to use this document. This is some random story which I have generated with the help of the Copilot. I'll give you a brief idea what's exactly happening over here is, there is a person called Alexam and who loves to gain the knowledge. Okay, and he'll be gaining knowledge from everyone. In his journey he is going to meet a person called Vidyadhar. He will become his mentor. Okay, from him as well he gonna gain lot much of knowledge. Afterwards he share his knowledge in his village, and at the end he gonna become the one of the respected person. Okay, this is whole brief about this whole story. Okay, now this PDF we are going to use as this document. Okay, now let's start the coding. Okay, now let me import the PDF loader. Let it get installed. Now the installation has been completed. Now let me add one code, then I will explain you what is that. As we're gonna use asynchronous related tasks, at times we may face the issue. So to avoid such kind of issues, we are adding this. Now let me add my PDF file and I'll be back. I have added the PDF file. Okay. Let me load the file. Let me create a function. Now all the documents we are going to add inside this list. Now let's return the data. Let me add the code, then I will explain you what is this. I am getting the auto suggestion. Let me take that. Okay. This line of code helps us to do our asynchronous related task. Okay. Coming to this line of code, what it is going to do is, after completion of fetching all the documents, only then it is going to store all the documents inside this document list variable. Let me check what's the issue and I'll be back. Over here we missed to add LAZ. I will explain you what is that. As we are loading the PDF, so it loads lazily. That means asynchronous manner. So that's why we need to add this. Because of that, it's throwing the error. Now let me add our LLM. So for that, let me import the chart grok. Currently what we are doing is, this is the part which we are adding right now. So for the chart drop, let me copy this. In the chart grok we need to add API key as well. To get the API key, what you can do is you can go to the Google and search as like chart grok API key. Okay, you will get directed to a site. Over there you need to log in, and over there you can find an option called API key. Okay, inside you can go and you can get your API key. Okay, right now I'm adding my API key. I have already added in my secrets. To access the API keys or else any secrets, we need to use this code. And inside this we need to add the name, whatever the name which we have provided over here. Now let me take the model. I want to use this model. Okay, in over here we do have certain things like temperature, max tokens, timeout, max retries. Let's see what's that. Coming to the temperature, in the sense, over here you can add numbers in between 0 to 1, like 0.2, 0.3, 0.8, 0.9 or else 1. Okay, you can add those kind of numbers over here. 0 in the sense, what I am saying is, if for example if I have asked any question, for that question I want exact answers, don't use your creativity. That's what I am saying 0. For example, if I am adding 1, what I am saying is you can use your creativity and you can provide me the multiple answers as the way you want. Okay, for example 0.5 in the sense, you can use half of your creativity and as well as you can use the answer as well. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So for now what I'm doing is I'm remaining I will add like 0. I'll add 0.2. Okay, 0.2 in the sense you can provide exact answer of as per to the question which I have asked, but you can use some of the creativity. That's what 0.2 in the sense. Now coming to the max tokens. Okay, first of all let me explain the tokens. Now let me take a sentence. Okay, now I do have a sentence like my name is Alexam. Okay, now let's see how many tokens we gonna have inside this. My is one token, name is another token, is another token, Alexam is another token, dot is another token. So total in this sentence we're gonna have 5 tokens. Now let me take one more example to explain you much more better. In this sentence we're gonna have I as 1 token, M as 1 token, happy as another token. So total we're gonna have 3. Over here we're gonna have total 3 tokens. Okay, I hope you got the idea what's mean by tokens. Okay, now what I'm saying is, for example, if I have provided over here 20, so the answer should be inside this 20 token. It should not get extended than this. Okay, now coming to the timeout in the sense, I'm saying over here we can add some number, like for example if I have provided 30 in the sense 30 seconds, 60 in the sense 60 seconds. So we can provide the number, that number is equal to the seconds. Okay, now what I'm saying is, in case I have asked a question and that question has taken more than this 60 seconds, then it is going to throw the error. Okay, for now I'm adding some 60 seconds. Okay, now coming to the max retries. Max retries in the sense we are providing uh, uh, two trials. Like for example, just assume we have given the timeout as like 60 seconds. I have asked a question, it has taken more than 60 seconds, so one try has been already completed. What I'm saying, take one more try as well, and you can use one more 60 seconds and you provide me the answer. In case even then, even after using two trials it hasn't provided the answer, then it is going to throw the error. That's the meaning of this. Okay, now let me run this. Let me check whether our LLM is working or not. It's working well. Now what we have done, we have added our LLM. Now what else we need to add? We need to add this chunking related, we need to add embeddings related, and as well as we need to add vector database related, right? Now let's see. First of all, let's add the embeddings. For that, let me import Hugging Face embeddings. Let me copy this. Installation has been completed. Now let me execute this. Now the execution has been done. Now what's exactly we did is we have gathered, like we haven't done the embeddings, but just we are gathering the tools. That means we have gathered this, we have gathered the LLM. Now we are going to gather this vector database as well. So for that, let me import the files. Now over here inside these files, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the documents and as well as the embeddings. Now let me get the documents. Now all our documents are stored inside this variable. Let me copy that. I'm getting the auto suggestion. Let me take that. This embedding is nothing but this. Okay, now right now what's happening inside this is, that is this area. This area is happening. What's happening over here? It's with the help of this line, we are doing the chunking, we are doing the embeddings, and as well as we are storing that inside this 5db. Okay, now let me run. Okay, now what's happening over here is, with the help of this line, it is providing the capability to do the semantic search. Okay, semantic search in the sense, over here we have received, over here what we are doing to find the answer, we need to compare this embeddings with this embeddings, right? Only by that we can get the relevant documents. Okay, what we are doing over here, we are doing comparison. Okay, we are doing some kind of similarity search, okay, with these embeddings and as well as with these embeddings. So that capability is going to be provided by this line. Okay, now let me import certain things. Afterwards I will explain you what's that. I'm going to add the prompt. I have already created one system prompt. Let me use that. In this prompt, what I am saying is, understand the input. Input in the sense nothing but whatever the user's input. That means whatever the question user asks, that comes inside this. Okay, as per to that, fetch the answer from the context. Context in the sense nothing but our documents. So it has to fetch the answer from this context. Okay, now let me add the human as well. We have to pass these two things. First, let me import certain things. I will explain you what is that. Okay, I'm getting the auto suggestion. Okay, over here nothing, what we did was like, whatever the things which we have added, the system and human, that we are adding for this chart prompt template. You will understand exact usage of this prompt in upcoming steps. Let me add rest of the steps as well. I will add the code and then I will explain you what is this. Now what's happening over here is coming to the this line of code is equal to this. Like over here what we are getting the ranked results, right? That means relevant documents. That relevant documents is fetched by this line of code. Okay, and coming to this line of code, in this line of code what we are doing, we are passing the LLM and the prompt. Okay, we are passing the LLM and as well as the prompt. In the prompt what's happening, in the prompt, this is our prompt. This prompt is going to consist of our this system prompt and as well as the documents and as well as the user's question. So right now our user's question and content will be passed through the LLM, and the relevant documents we are going to fetch, and from by that we are going to get the answer from this. Okay, in more simplified terms, if I have to say, with the help of this line of code we are going to get the relevant documents, and with the help of this line of code as per to our question we are going to get our answer. Okay, now let me pose our question. What exactly we are passing over here, that's the same thing we have to add here. Context in the sense what I have said, our documents. So what's our documents? This is our document, so let's pass it. Now what's the next thing which we have to pass? We have to pass this input, right? So let me copy this. Now let me ask the question. Okay, this is my question. Now let me run this. See, now we have received the answer. What's my question? What's the nature of Elixir? According to the context, Elixir's nature is that of a wisdom seeker, a dedicated learner. Over here, this is our short answer. Why we have got this short answer? Because at the top, if you do remember, we have mentioned like it should not exceed more than 20 tokens. So over here, it's not exceeding more than 20 tokens. That's why we have got this answer. In case if you have understood anything, please do like the video and subscribe the channel, and as well as don't forget to visit my channel. Over there I have added lot many videos. Okay, please have a look and you will gain lot much of knowledge from this. Okay, thank you for watching this video.